Every morning on the streets of London, the cheerful voice of Jim could be heard. Jim was a young boy who lost both his parents when he was only 5, and since then he relied on the help of kind strangers. At a young age, Jim understood it was God who sent these people into his life, because they seemed to show up in the most difficult moments.
Newspapers! Newspapers! Come and get today's paper!
The people in the town were used to hearing the bright and cheery voice of the young paper boy each day. They were also very familiar with Tom, the young homeless musician. Seeing Jim sell newspapers and Tom play his guitar asking for change was a typical scene in the heart of this small little town. Tom seemed to be Jim's only friend, and he would sit with the boy to keep him company.
Good work, boy. How are things going today?
Hey, Tom. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. God has given us another beautiful day.
That's all you ever say. God gave, God sent. You are the one working so hard for your bread and food, and still you say, God gives all.
Ugh, Tom, that's because God is the one who has given me this job. And if you ask him, he will also send you one.
All right. You get back to work before you lose your clients. I'll manage. Somehow.
Newspapers! We have the latest news. Thank you. Thank you.
It was hard to walk by and not buy a newspaper when those big blue eyes looked up with childhood trust and innocence. Jim had to sell a large stack of papers every day to be able to get a bowl of soup and a slice of bread. If he didn't sell the papers, he didn't get to eat. His friend Tom, however, thought that it was possible to live without working. He sat with his hat in his hand, asking for money from those walking by.
I only have 1 coin today, but at least it's all mine. You, my boy, you have a lot, but none of them are yours. Are you really going to give them all to your boss again? You have every right to leave a few for yourself. Your boss would never know. Come on, when am I going to teach you how to live?
No, Tom, I would never do that. God will send me money when I need it. Right now, I'm doing just fine.
Jim worked for Mr. Andrews, the local bookstore owner. Now, Mr. Andrews knew what a hard worker Jim was and that he was lucky to have Jim. But he never showed it. He also never paid Jim, saying that a bread and a roof over his head was more than enough. The poor boy slept in a barn on a bed of straw and walked around in raggedy and torn clothes. Mr. Andrews wouldn't buy him new clothes because he thought the worse Jim looked, the more people would feel sorry for him and buy more newspapers. Mr. Andrews was a selfish man, but Jim was honest, and every day Jim brought every penny back to his boss. Mr. Andrew ran a successful bookstore and made a good profit selling books and newspapers. He had the look of a real businessman. Jim nicknamed him Thunderstorm. Despite all this, his shop was always full because he would sell the newest and latest books.
Brand new book. Just off the press, ma'am.
Why, that's William Hogarth. Yes, this is exactly what I came here for.
Oh, Elizabeth, please help this gentle lady.
Children, go play outside for a little while. Can't you see there's a lot of customers today?
How may I help you?
So sorry to bother you, sir, but I was looking to get a job. Can you...
Absolutely not, young man. We're selling books here, not jobs. This is not a charity case.
I knew it. Why did I even bother?
The Andrew children were often seen playing outside the shop. The little paper boy Jim didn't have any friends because he rarely had any free time. Only on Sunday evenings he could come and play with the Andrew children next to the shop.
Henry, be careful, my boy. Make sure that raggedy boy doesn't get you dirty.
It will be all right, Mother. Come on, let's see who can make it to the antique shop first.
All right. Ugh, just don't cheat.
I'm coming too.
Henry was a spoiled and ill-mannered boy. He would always cheat. But being a Christian, Jim would always forgive him. When they would race, the paper boy always let his chubby friend win.
Yes, I win. Slowpokes, I win again. Now it's time for a cupcake. I sure deserve it.
Me too, me too.
Of course you win, and you both deserve a cupcake.
The children's favorite place in the whole town was the sweet, smelly bakery. They were fascinated by the cupcakes, chocolate candy, bright frosted cakes, and all the other delicious pastries. Every day, Henry would find reasons for why he deserved yet another pastry, and no matter how much he had, it never seemed to be enough for him. He never even considered sharing with his friend Jim, who would only dream of trying a little piece.
Jim went to bed thinking about Christmas. That night he had a dream.
O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel.
Then mourns in lonely exile here, until
O come thou branch of Jesse's tree, free them from Satan's tyranny.
That trust thy mighty power to save, and give them victory o'er the grave.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, holy Israel. O come thou day spring from on high, and cheer us by thy drawing nigh. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadow put to flight. O come, desire of nations by, in one the hearts of all mankind. Bid thou our sad division till he makes the wrong things right. He will not rest until your salvation shine, and all of the nations see your shining light.
Almost all of Jim's time was spent working. He worked every day, Monday through Friday, and every Saturday. His only time off was Sunday evenings. His responsibilities included sweeping the street in front of the bookstore before they opened up for the day. Jim always worked wholeheartedly, as if he was working for the Lord.
I'm sure that Jesus always tried his best, and he did it with joy.
It was a cold, quiet morning with no one out on the streets. Even Tom was nowhere to be found. But it seemed as if all nature was trying to say that today was a very special morning. It was Christmas Eve. The sunny rays were peeking through the morning fog, and the frost designs on the windows made the homes look as if they were ready for the holiday. All of a sudden, something made a ringing sound under the broom. Jim stopped sweeping and bent up to pick up a small object that consisted of a ring and two little balls that moved. It was yellow with a red gemstone that sparkled in the sun. Jim was about to put it in his pocket so he could figure out what to do with it once he had a break, when all of a sudden he heard the sound of a bell and Henry appeared from the shop.
What have you got there?
I'm not sure. I just found it.
That's a cufflink. Not that you know anything about that, a poor nothing like yourself.
What's it for?
A cufflink is what businessmen and rich men wear in the sleeves of their dress shirts.
We must return it to the person that lost it.
Are you kidding? That is a gold cufflink, and it has some kind of valuable stone. I can't even imagine how much it must be worth. And you want to give it back? Do you know how many sweets we can buy?
But you pay for dessert with money, not cufflinks.
What a fool! We can sell it to the man at the antique shop, and he will give us the money for the sweets.
No, Henry, give it back to me. I will find the person it belongs to. I'm a Christian, and Christians don't steal.
Such a goody-goody Christian. Fine, take it.
Henry carelessly threw the cufflink in Jim's face and stormed off. Jim picked it up, dusted it off, and carefully put it into his pocket. He began thinking about what Henry said.
Maybe I could sell it. How would I find the owner anyways? That's almost impossible. Plus, it's his fault for not being careful with something so valuable. And I could really use the money to buy a Bible. Maybe this is God's answer to my prayers. Nah, it can't be. Jesus would not have done that. He would have given it back. And I will do the same no matter what it may cost me. For now, I will just go and put it somewhere safe until I can find the owner.
Jim made his way to the stable to put the cufflink in a safe place. He had a small pillow filled with hay that he slept on. He took out the hay and, using a thread from a tear in his pants, he tied the cufflink to the corner of the pillowcase. Then he filled it back up with hay and hurried back to work. He knew that the cufflink would be safe there. Then he had to hurry back to finish his job. For the rest of the day, he couldn't stop thinking about the person who lost the cufflink.
He must be looking for it by now. If he doesn't come for it himself, I will ask Mr. Andrew to post it in the newspaper.
This was all that Jim could think about on his way home that evening. He decided to stop by Mr. Andrews' shop to give him the day's earnings. As he came closer, he saw a tall man talking with Mr. Andrew, and Henry, who was persuasively explaining something.
Well, look who it is. Come here, my friend.
Good day.
Jim, Mr. Arnie here lost a cufflink, and Henry says you found it. Return it to Mr. Arnie at once.
Oh yes.
And don't even think about lying. Henry told us everything.
Yes, Mr. Arnie. I'm so happy that you came here. I really did find the cufflink, and I didn't know how to find the owner. I'll be right back with it.
Jim was already out of the shop and running to the barn before he could finish his sentence. He was very happy that the owner of the cufflink has been found. Jim found his pillow where he had left it, but to his surprise, none of the corners were tied with a string. He spilled out all the hay and looked through every piece of straw, but the cufflink was not there. Jim's heart started pounding. Beads of sweat appeared on his forehead, and all the color drained from his face.
What if maybe it's somewhere else? No, I clearly remember tying it into the corner of the pillow. Then where could it have gone? Could it have slipped out of my hand and fallen into the straw? What will I tell Mr. Arnie?
Jim didn't understand what happened and where the cufflink went. He had no idea what he would do next. The only thing that came to his mind was that there was someone who knew the truth and could help him.
Lord, please help. Please help me. You know everything. Please help me.
That was all his pale lips could utter. After his prayer, Jim decided that he would have to go and tell Mr. Andrews and Mr. Arnie the truth. Even if they didn't believe him, he had to tell them the truth. Reluctantly, he made his way back to the shop.
I'm so sorry, sir, but...
No buts. I think I was clear when I said that cufflink needs to be here, and it needs to be here now.
Let's not rush him, Mr. Andrew. Let's hear what the boy has to say.
What is there to hear? I knew that boy would try to steal it.
I'm so sorry. I put it somewhere safe, and I was going to look for the owner, but now it's not there. I really don't know where it could have disappeared to. I've searched everything.
Well, boy, I have no reason not to believe you. How about we wait until tomorrow, and you could think it through, retrace your steps, and perhaps it will turn up.
Leave him alone. He could have taken it for himself.
You wicked little boy. I always knew you were a thief. And after all we've done for you, you have 1 hour to go and think. And if that cufflink is not here in 1 hour, oh, you will be sorry.
Mr. Andrews stood burning with rage and yelling out threats. The poor little boy was so overwhelmed that he couldn't remember how he ended up back in the barn. With tear-stained eyes, he lay down on the hay. It seemed as if the whole world was against him, and there was no one who could help him. Why wasn't there anyone who would stand up for him? Things seemed hopeless for Jim, but in reality, there was someone great and mighty, working behind the scenes, taking care of Jim, and soon it would all make sense. Mr. Arnie was a wealthy man. He was a lot wealthier than he looked. He would have been fine without a cufflink, but it was a gift from his best friend, and it meant a lot to him. When he realized it was lost, he traced his steps and knew it was by the newsstand, because that was the only time he took his hand out of his pocket.
I can assure you, Mr. Arnie, that Jim doesn't want to give you the cufflink back because he wants to sell it.
Well, what can I say? If you are certain, then it must be so. You know your workers better than I do.
I will punish him for stealing and being so stubborn, as if it's not enough he eats my bread. Now he's shaming the honorable name of my family.
Of course, Mr. Andrew. Now, you must act wisely in this situation. The boy has his whole life ahead of him, and it seems like he never had anyone to teach him that stealing and lying is wrong.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Arnie. I've been instilling into my children since they were old enough to understand, and I always do my best to be a good example for them. I want them to grow up to be noble people.
Of course, sir. A nobleman's children always grow up to be noble.
Why, thank you, thank you. Ah, yes, that's exactly what I believe.
You know, I would have forgiven him if he would just admit to stealing the cufflink and returned it.
Forgive? Whatever you mean, Mr. Arnie. If you forgive them, they will never learn to be honest. Oh, I know this kind.
A difference of opinion. Well then, I must get going.
After saying his goodbyes, he left the shop and returned home.
Meanwhile, in another part of London, a family was reunited. A young man named Peter and his wife Miriam had come to visit their grandmother, who they had not seen for many years. The young man was a collector. Books, trinkets, old and new, he loved to collect things. In every town and place he visited, he never missed a chance to visit the local antique store. More often than not, he was able to find something interesting and valuable among all the old and insignificant items. Knowing his hobby, his grandmother was excited to tell him.
Oh, my dear boy! I am so glad you are finally here. And look how much you've grown! Oh, you have turned into such a handsome young man. A fine gentleman. Oh, and look at your lovely wife. It is so lovely to finally meet you in person, dear.
Grandmother, we've missed you so much. I can't wait to see your small town.
Now, I really want you to enjoy every minute you spend in London. But I beg of you to not go wandering into old antique shops. And especially not Mr. Shelby's.
But in your letter, you write about all the unique and interesting things one can find in Mr. Shelby's shop. I know I'll find something from my collection there.
Oh, but you have just arrived, and the shop is not the best part of town. Oh, and the shop owner? Be careful of the shop owner, dear boy. He is an old, mean grump.
Yes, dear. Perhaps your grandmother is right. We've just arrived, and I would hate to ruin my new dress in a bad part of town.
Yes, listen to your wife, dear. Besides, the townspeople say that there's some shady things going on with this old man.
All this talk caused the young man to become even more interested in this strange shop. He had to see it. He found these old items fascinating and mysterious.
Oh, don't you worry, my lovely ladies. Why don't you go enjoy a cup of tea? I will make sure our luggage gets to the house, and I will join you.
Old Mr. Shelby's shop was at the end of a very narrow street, but it had many customers. Having been to many antique shops, Peter could not let himself pass by this old place. He was curiously looking around the shop. He found it funny that the shop smelled of old rags, polished wood, and frying chicken all at once. The owner was standing behind the counter and suspiciously eyeing the young man. Peter paid no attention to him, and he headed over to the counter with the statues, jewelry boxes, and other similar items. He was so consumed by everything he saw that he didn't notice when the bell on the door jingled and someone walked in.
I'm so sorry to bother you, sir. But would you happen to have any work for me?
Work? Don't you see the valuables we carry here, sir? You think I'm going to let some random hooligan off the street come work for me? Go on, get out of here!
Tom had tried to find a job many times, but all in vain. Remembering Jim's advice to pray, he decided that he would give it one last try, and if that didn't work, he would give up looking for a job.
Dear God, I've never really done this, but, well, Jim is always saying that you give, so if in it too much trouble, could you please spare me a job?
Peter was shocked that the shop owner was so rude to the unfortunate young man, and he was ready to go after him to offer some help when all of a sudden the door opened and a young boy walked in.
Good afternoon. I wanted to sell something I found out on the street. Here it is.
The gold cufflink sparkled in Henry's hand, and Peter could tell that this was an expensive custom-made item. He decided to stay and observe what would happen. Mr. Shelby gave Peter another suspicious look and cautiously took the boy aside. He never cared to ask where items came from, but he did like to bargain.
My boy, what do you need the money for?
I'm going to buy lots of pastries and candy and sweet rolls and...
All right. How much do you want for this little trinket?
Mister, this is not a trinket. It's a gold cufflink. It even has the hallmark.
Oh, that's not a hallmark, dear boy. Those are just letters. Look at it again. Look. It's not real gold. But I'll give you enough for all your sweets.
Henry took another look at the cufflink and realized that there really was only 2 letters. C-A. All he could do was agree with Mr. Shelby.
How much will it cost?
Mr. Shelby handed him a few coins and Henry happily ran out. After what Mr. Shelby said, he wasn't expecting even that much. Peter remembered what his grandmother said about this place and man. A suspicious man doing shady things. That's when he decided to go after the boy. Not wanting to look suspicious, he grabbed the first thing he saw, and paying a lot more for it than it was actually worth, he did not have time to bargain. He went outside. He watched as the boy hurried around the corner. Peter made his way after him. He didn't notice a tall man coming from around the corner, and he ran into him.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Please, Peter? Is that you? What are you doing here in London?
Arnie, is that you, sir? Why, it's so good to see you. What are you doing in this part of town?
Oh, it's a long story. Did you come to visit your grandmother? Let me guess. You're coming from Mr. Shelby's shop. I remember how you used to love to collect all sorts of rubbish, and you never miss a chance to stop by an open shop.
Yes, you're right about that. While I was there, I watched him con a little boy who sold him a gold cufflink.
A gold cufflink? Did it have a red stone by chance?
Yes. How do you know?
I've been looking for that cufflink for 2 days now. What did the boy look like?
He was a dark, chubby boy with small eyes.
That must have been Henry.
When Mr. Arnie told Peter about all that had taken place, the young man didn't hesitate.
Arnie, we must hurry to the newspaper shop and save Jim from being punished. It sounds like he has a very cruel boss.
Yes, Peter, let's go. Let's not waste any time now that we know who the real thief is.
Meanwhile, Henry was not wasting any time either. He ran into the bakery and grabbed as much pastries as his hands could hold. He was stuffing his mouth and as happy as he could be that he did not have to share. Mary had no idea where he was and how much pastries he had. And Jim was in trouble for lying, so he would not be outside watching him. When he made it back to the bookstore, Henry saw 2 men heading towards their shop. He recognized Mr. Arnie, and the younger man looked like the man he just saw at the antique shop. He had no idea what happened and why they were in such a hurry. But all of a sudden, he lost his appetite and the dessert didn't taste as sweet anymore.
Henry! Henry! Where did he go? Henry! Come here at once!
Hearing his father's stern voice, Henry understood that he was in trouble. His first thought was to run away, but where would he go? Then he thought about asking Jim to take the blame on himself. Since he never said no to Henry, but before he had any chance to move, his mother appeared from around the corner.
Henry, my sweet boy, where were you? Did you not hear your father calling you?
Henry, can you tell me what's going on here? Peter here just told me everything that he saw at the antique shop.
Realizing that he had been caught, there was too much evidence against him. Henry had no choice but to admit to what he did.
Well, yes. No. I didn't steal it. I just went and took it out of Jim's pillow. Well, he should have hid it somewhere else where no one would be able to find it. Everyone knows his hiding spot.
How dare you make such excuses? You've brought shame to my family. I am an honorable and respected man, and you...
Henry told them how he had sold the cufflink and how he used the money to buy pastries. He didn't even regret all he had done, and the tears in his eyes were just tears of self-pity. He was upset that he had been caught, and even more upset that the cufflink was actually gold and the letters that were engraved in it were the initials of Mr. Arnie.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I will take care of this.
This must be a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was Jim who convinced him to sell it. My sweet boy would never do such a thing.
Peter and Mr. Arnie decided to let the parents handle the matter and made their way to the old barn. They didn't make it in time to save Jim from the punishment, but they wanted to comfort him somehow. Mr. Arnie was a good man, and he was ready to apologize to the little boy. Peter was also a Christian who always helped those in need. They found Jim lying on the hay, alone and in the total darkness. The light from the lantern revealed his red tear-stained eyes.
Jim, I've come to apologize. It is my fault that you received a punishment that you did not deserve. Will you please forgive me?
At first, Jim could not comprehend what was taking place and why the two well-dressed men were in the barn. But then he started remembering everything that took place the evening before.
Have you found the cufflink?
Yes, we know what happened to it. Henry found where you hid it, he took it, and then sold it to Mr. Shelby. He will be punished, but you've done nothing wrong.
I'm so glad that you don't think badly of me anymore.
Jim, I must make amends. Is there anything I could do to make this better?
Please, don't worry about me, Mr. Arnie. I follow Jesus, and he always takes care of me.
But you were punished for something that wasn't your fault.
I am a disciple of Jesus, and he also suffered undeservingly.
The little boy was so simple and sincere. Mr. Arnie and Peter looked at each other, amazed. They never thought they would find such a treasure in the midst of this filthy neighborhood.
Do you have anything you're wishing for, Jim? Maybe a Christmas wish? Surely there must be something you've been hoping for. Treats, desserts, some new clothes, or maybe a book?
A book? Yes, I would love a book. I have dreamed of owning a Bible. But it's a very expensive book, and I can only dream about it. Dessert, I don't really need. I can live without them. And I don't really need new clothes either. Mine haven't really fallen apart yet.
Consider it done. You will most certainly get a Bible.
Jim's joy was indescribable, and Peter and Arnie could feel the gratitude of the child's heart. They were amazed at this young child, who had nothing and yet longed to have the word of God. The unexpected guests said their goodbyes and left. But Jim laid there for a long time, wondering if this was all a dream or reality. Once again, his lips were filled with thanksgiving to the one who saw and knew everything. It was part of God's plan to involve Jim. God knew better why this whole story involved Jim and why it happened right before Christmas. So he wondered and fell asleep, for tomorrow is Christmas.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. The thrill of home, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and His gospel is peace. Change shall He bring, for the slave is our brother, and in His name all oppression shall cease. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night
The Christmas carols, heard through the streets of the cities, could not cheer Miss Elizabeth and Miriam, who tried to hide their unrest. They tried to distract themselves with books, but nothing could take their minds from their worry. Why wasn't Peter returning? It had been so long since they parted ways. Miriam blamed herself that she was concerned about her dress and did not go with her husband. Miss Elizabeth blamed herself for speaking so harshly and forbid him to go to Mr. Shelby's store. Suddenly, they heard footsteps of none other than Peter.
My dear ladies, forgive me for making you wait, but you can't even imagine the story I've just witnessed.
You think there is a story on earth that is worth all our worry? We've been worried sick about you.
Oh, please, dear. A story is a story. I'm just so glad you are back.
I'm so sorry to have made you worry, but I promise it is worth it. Listen, this story is not just a story. It's about someone's fate.
Peter was so excited to share what he just witnessed. He started from the beginning. He made sure to tell his grandmother that she was absolutely right, and that he now knows that Mr. Shelby is a suspicious man, but was surprised about Jim's behavior. He was impressed by how the boy forgave the wrongdoers even though he was falsely accused, how he dreams to have a Bible, and how he didn't want any desserts or even a new suit.
Indeed. What a good boy. Oh, but he lives in such poor conditions. What could we ever do to help?
It was at that moment that Peter looked at his wife and noticed a sparkle of hope, and he understood exactly what she was thinking without having her say anything. They have been praying to have children, but the doctors told them they could not have children of their own.
My dear, I know what you're thinking. I have prayed about this specifically on my way home, but I didn't know how to tell you since the boy is already 12. But you always wanted a boy.
The Lord, who was a father of orphans, took care of the young newspaper boy. He put it on the hearts of Peter and Miriam to adopt Jim. They were so excited they could not wait a minute longer. They rushed to talk to Mr. Andrew and tell him of their decision. Along the way, they found Mr. Arnie, who was more than happy to tag along. They knew this did not happen by chance, but this was God at work. When Jim woke up that day and prayed before going to work, he made sure to thank God for another Christmas in the warm stable. Jim knew there wouldn't be too many buyers on the streets during Christmas, but his owner was selfish and didn't want to miss any chance to make money, so Jim had to work, even on Christmas. Coming closer to the bookstore, Jim noticed that there were more people than usual this early in the morning. Everyone seemed to be looking in his direction, as if they were waiting for him. Even Mr. Andrew was smiling.
Jim, we have a Christmas gift for you. Mr. Peter and his wife would like to invite you to come to Bristol with them.
Jim couldn't quite understand all that was happening. Was he hearing everything right?
It will be good for you with us.
You'll be able to go to school.
You won't have to sell newspapers, and your home will be warm and comfortable. And we will try to be good, loving, and caring parents for you.
Knowing his boss, Jim was more surprised that Mr. Andrew was not only letting him go, but even added,
I don't think you will regret it.
Finally, Jim realized that if it wasn't for the cufflink, no one would ever convince Mr. Andrew to let him go. But now, this honorable man had to redeem his son's guilt. But the Christmas miracles did not end there.
Jim! Jim! I've been looking everywhere for you. I want to thank you. I also received a Christmas gift. You were right. I prayed and God gave me a job. Now I'll be selling newspapers. For the longest time I have watched how you do it, and now I will try to do the same.
Jim, I will miss you.
Jim, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. You were always so kind to me. A true Christian. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Henry. I forgive you.
And here's the book that you always dreamed of.
I just don't know what to say. All my prayers have been answered all at once. Thank you, and thank you, Jesus.